why it is always revenge?
అదే స్ట్రాంగెస్ట్ ఎమోషన్ అనేమో.
The whole idea of making a film is, I'm going on a ride, just follow me throughout the ride.
Yeah.
That's what a strong screenplay is always.
When it comes to movies, we are all mostly familiar with direction, acting, story and music, which together play key parts in telling a compelling story. However, there is one filmmaking aspect that, if done correctly, can transform a mere concept into a cinematic masterpiece: the screenplay. And in this video, we will explore how the screenplay of Maharaja makes the movie a cinematic masterclass. Let's get started. When a director narrates a story to an actor, they typically follow a linear path, focusing on a hero with a strong singular desire. In Maharaja, this linear desire translates to a father's quest to find and punish those who assaulted his daughter. In essence, it's a classic revenge tale. But Maharaja isn't just about revenge, it's about unraveling a visual puzzle. The scenes are disjointed and presented in a way that keeps the audience guessing. Who are the perpetrators? What's their connection to Maharaja? And why steal a dustbin? These intriguing questions, combined with a solid emotional core, make the screenplay of Maharaja deeply engaging and compelling. In screenwriting, a red herring is a false clue. It's anything that misleads or distracts from the larger question or mystery at hand. A red herring can just be about anything: a character, a piece of information, an event, or a physical object like Lakshmi in Maharaja. It's a dustbin, an object, and basically a false clue. Throughout the movie, the police are obsessed with finding Lakshmi, while Maharaja is actually on a mission to track down the people who assaulted his daughter. We get so caught up with Lakshmi that we miss subtle clues a director drops along the way. For instance, Maharaja reads old messages from his daughter, making us overlook that Jyoti has already returned from her sports camp, or how he purposely touches the backs of police officers searching for the one with a tumor. Details that seem insignificant but are actually crucial to Maharaja's quest.
Lakshmi sir.
In order to make any red herring convincing to the audience, it involves a blend of subtlety and craft, and Nithilan Swaminathan hinges on 3 techniques to make Lakshmi a convincing red herring. Firstly, emotional investment. A red herring must be believable within the story's context, and in Maharaja, Lakshmi's backstory fits perfectly. It fell over Jyoti when she was a baby, saving her life, which creates a deep emotional connection. Right from the beginning, we know how important Lakshmi is to both Maharaja and Jyoti. When Jyoti is in the hospital fighting for her life, Maharaja places Lakshmi under her bed, hoping it will help her recover. This emotional investment makes the audience root for the characters. Secondly, consistency. Throughout Maharaja's time at the police station, he is relentless in his pursuit of Lakshmi. Initially, it sounds funny and the police don't take him seriously, but when Maharaja offers a substantial reward, they start paying attention. Maharaja consistently visits the station, waits in the waiting room, brings tea to the officers and even gets slapped by them. Yet, he keeps his cool, remaining focused on finding Lakshmi. This unwavering determination makes the red herring more convincing. Thirdly, pacing. Introducing the red herring at a strategic point in the story builds suspense without revealing its true nature too soon. The reference to Lakshmi works so well in the film because of its precise placement, when, where and how it is used. The director doesn't overuse it but includes it just enough to keep the audience guessing. John Truby, in his book The Anatomy of Story, says that symbols work on the audience in a very sneaky and powerful way. A symbol creates a resonance, adding depths and layers of the meaning to the story. Screenwriters use symbols in many ways. They can convey themes, develop characters, foreshadow events, or highlight cultural significance, among many other functions. Take Parasite for example. Director Bong Joon-ho uses the viewing stone as a symbol of Kiwoo's aspiration for wealth. This is a great example of metamorphical symbolism. In Animal, the plane takeoff scene symbolizes Vijay's transformation into an animal, a symbolic beast, as he prepares to confront those threatening his father's life. This illustrates character development symbolism. In Maharaja, the snake that appears at Maharaja's house serves as a powerful visual metaphor. When Maharaja first goes to the police station to file an FIR for the theft of Lakshmi, we also see a snake. This subtly suggests a connection between the events at Maharaja's house and the police station. Later we learn that Nala Sevam, one of Jyoti's assaulters, works at the police station. Another layer of symbolism for the snake could be its connection to Jyoti. When the snake leaves, it tips over a glass, breaking it and waking Maharaja. This leads him to see a car number on a toll plaza receipt, which points him to Dhana. The final scene in Maharaja, where Selvan's blood leaves imprints on the cement as Jyoti steps, serves as a powerful visual metaphor for the indelible mark his actions have left on our life. Symbols, when used effectively, can transform a screenplay, adding layers of meaning that resonate deeply with the audience. And director Nithilan Swaminathan nails this aspect of screenwriting. Sid Field, the mastermind behind the 1979 bestseller book, Screenplay, The Foundations of Screenwriting, breaks down the magic of storytelling into 3 acts: the setup, the confrontation, and the resolution. These acts are seamlessly connected by plot points that push the story forward, each posing a tantalizingly yes or no question. And the screenplay of Maharaja also follows a 3-act structure. Act 1 sets the stage, introducing us to Maharaja, his daughter Jyoti, the dustbin Lakshmi, and the police officers investigating Lakshmi's theft. Initially, the cops dismiss Maharaja as a madman and are uninterested in the case, but things take a turn when Maharaja offers a hefty reward to find Lakshmi. Remember the scene where Maharaja tells Inspector Varadarajan he's willing to pay 7 lakh rupees to find Lakshmi. That's a master stroke of suspense. We, the audience, understand the deep emotional bond Maharaja has with Lakshmi, but the police don't. When Maharaja offers a lot more money, their confusion adds layers of suspense to the scene. Director Nithilan Swaminathan seems to pay homage to Alfred Hitchcock here, taking inspiration from Hitchcock's famous bomb under the table analogy. The audience knows what's happening and why, but the characters don't. This marks the end of Act 1. Enter Act 2, the confrontation. We meet Selvam, the villain, on his own revenge journey. Maharaja starts piecing together clues, unraveling the mystery one suspect at a time. By the end of Act 2, we uncover the backstory connecting Selvam and Maharaja, and we understand Maharaja's true quest. The climax of Act 2 is marked by the scene where Nalasevam is ready to confess to stealing Lakshmi, setting the stage for an epic resolution in Act 3. This final act delivers one of the most memorable climaxes I have ever seen. Cross-cut timelines involve interweaving multiple chronological sequences to create a complex layered narrative. In Memento, director Christopher Nolan masterfully employs this technique by alternating between 2 timelines, one that moves forward in color and the other moving backward in black and white.
This stuff is the black and white stuff. This is color. So we cut between the 2. Scene here, scene there, scene there, scene there, and they meet towards the end of the film.
In Maharaja, the screenplay is cut between different connected timelines, but to the audience, that connection is not immediately apparent. Slowly and steadily, the connections are revealed through subtle clues and red herrings. The movie starts with Maharaja in 2009, then progresses to 2023 when he talks to the police officer offering 7 lakh rupees to find Lakshmi. The shot shifts to Selvam, who appears to be in 2023 but is actually Selvam from 2009. This timeline confusion keeps the audience guessing. When the Maharaja sits at the police station and sees a photo of Dhana, we flash back to how the Maharaja discovered Dhana, who revealed that one of the culprits was inside the police station before Maharaja killed him. This flashback clarifies Maharaja's true quest for the audience. The linear structure of Maharaja is a straightforward story, but the use of cross-cut timelines creates suspense, develops complex narratives, and keeps the audience engaged and invested in the story. Coming to final thoughts. Maharaja is a film that stays with you long after the credits roll. With its deep themes, standout performances, and brilliant storytelling, Maharaja is a must-watch for any movie lover. Thanks for watching. If you are a fan of filmmaking techniques, then check out my video here which talks about how Sandeep Reddy Vanga uses sound in screenplay writing. Please subscribe to stay updated. Until next time, stay tuned and keep watching.